And here it is, guys. We have came out of the mid-season registration window, the transfer window, and we are getting right into the business end of the second half of Season 1 on MFL. As FC Barcelona looks to continue to climb up the Ice League and get promoted this year, maybe bring in some prize money, some cash as well, as, you know, reinforce the squad and develop the tactics. In the video today, we'll be following up from where we were last time on the video, where I was, you know, halfway through the season. We had some new players coming in, we had some contract stuff to sort out, and we also had to adapt the tactics to fit a new star player that we brought into the club. I'll be showing you the results and kind of what we've did with tactics and all that kind of stuff as well. But at this point in time, guys, Season 2 registration window opens in just under 11 days at point of recording, with Season 2 kicking off, actually, it looks like on this calendar, on Christmas Day. So if you've been watching the videos here on the channel, if you've maybe opened up your account earlier on already, this is a great time to, you know, open up the website again, have a wee poke around at your squad and any sort of gaps and positions you might be able to fill, because now that we're getting towards the back end of Season 1, the market's kind of calmed down a little bit. There's a little bit less pressure on some of those star players being in the right squads and all the rest of it. So it's a pretty good opportunity for anyone that is looking to go and build their squad. If you haven't signed up or opened up your account yet, there's a link in the description of this video that supports all the content here on the channel. So if you are going to play MFL, it really does mean a lot to me if you click on the link that's in the description of the video and support the channel and support the content that we make here, of course. If you do get stuck or if you've got any questions, jump into the comment section, I'll come and sort you out. But that link will get you all the beginner bonus stuff that you're going to need to get your account up and running. And like I say, it supports me and all the content here at the channel, so I thank you in advance if you do so. But where I actually want to start in this video is with Magos de Madrid. Now, this is the community Diamond League club. The MFL, you know, there was no manager for this squad. They put it into the Diamond League and they put the application out on Twitter. Any aspiring managers out there in the MFL community that wants a shot at the big time, that wants to take on Magos de Madrid in Season 1 in the Diamond League and go and try and take on the Wales, go and try and take on the powerhouse clubs around the Meta Football League, as it were. Currently sitting in 5th, and the thing I'm the most excited to reveal with you is we got revenge over Basel. Smashed them 4-0 away at the Basel Arena, or whatever the stadium is going to be called. And now this season is sitting really pretty, by the way. Magos de Madrid currently in 5th, and with the remaining fixtures that are coming up, you know, it's quite funny how they're balanced out. It's second bottom, then second. I beg your pardon, they've just played second. Next game is going to be second bottom, with 2 6-pointers, with teams right in and around that mid-table zone where Magos de Madrid are, before playing bottom and top to finish out the season. Every game is a 6-pointer now, and I think Calva, the manager here, you know, he was on the stream with us a few weeks ago. I think he's got it's possible to still break into that top 3, but he can't afford to put another step wrong. A 2-1 loss against second place in the table is nothing to be ashamed about, of course, and it probably just secures their position in second. And it does feel that Meta Mercenaries here on 38 points have pretty much got the league wrapped up at this point. Only lost 1 game all season, which is frightening. And even looking at OM Legends here, only conceded 16 goals this season, which amongst the top teams is the best defence of the whole division, of course. The goal difference threw me off there when I was looking at it. But yeah, best defence in the division, best loss ratio, I suppose, is probably the way of putting that in the division. So that's going pretty well and exciting. And that's something for Season 2, by the way, you might want to keep your eyes out for. Make sure to follow at PlayMFL on Twitter to see all the developments with Magos de Madrid and what might happen going into Season 2. But for FC Barcelona, like I mentioned to you guys, we had to adapt the tactics. We had to change, you know, the system, the style of play to accommodate the new star signing that we had come in, because so many of you guys have been smashing the referral button. We've been getting all those referral rewards that everyone has access to, which is fantastic. And we went out first game after the break with our new signing and our new tactics and all the rest of it, and we lost 4-3, sadly, to Winnipeg Arrows. But we followed that up with a convincing 3-0 win over Royal Lynx FC, before then drawn 4 each with Wedra last night at point of recording, which was a real 6-pointer in this battle for 3rd position here. I think he's way happier with the draw, certainly, than I am. I thought we should have crushed them, and I beat him not too long ago, in fact. So being at home in this game, you know, the draw was a bit of a sore one to take, sadly. But there's only a couple of games left for me. It's a real top of the table clash with Husarze Hollandarse, top of this table, which is managed by Calva, the Magos de Madrid manager that we were talking about a minute ago. So I've still got a revenge match with him, and I'm going to need to come up with something a little bit different, I think, to take him on, as well as Burnley Legal, we're away to them. And then we've got Paper Ink, the final match of the season, second bottom, with MFC Dragon and Innsbruck in the mix as well. So I'm playing, I've kind of played all the top once I get to playing Calva, and that will be my last game against Calva, like playing one of the top teams, trying to gain ground, because I don't think, like, Calva could win the league here, between him and Winnipeg Arrows. It's very tight, of course, but, you know, if I can take points off of Calva, maybe Winnipeg Arrows, depending on how their fixtures go, maybe they can drop points one more time. It's not totally gone yet for FC Barcelona, and we live and we dream. But we've developed our third set of tactics now, which I'm calling the Lions tactic, you know, which is very reminiscent of the Lisbon Lions, which if you don't know who they are, go and Google them. It's a fascinating story, fascinating team and all that good stuff. But this is a team that we've ran basically for the last 3 matches. We've had to do a bit of rotation because we've not had cup matches, and I'm just checking my progression on the last 24 hours. But the progression, by the way, has been really exciting to watch, because if I look at the all-time, I've actually got a guy that's went up 4. So he's rated 64 now. He started as a 60 rated centre-back, and he's now up to 64. Some of his stats, like defending is up by 5, passing's up by 2, which is cool. Physical's up into the 70s now. So he's at 21 years of age. Little, what's his first name? Christopher Quintana. And, you know, I'm quite glad there's a Quinn element into his name there. We had a Quintero as well in the squad, but didn't quite cut the mustard. So Quintana is one of the main improved player, one of the best improved players we've got. That follows on top of the cup tactic that we developed, which was good for just totally rotating the 11. Different style of plating. One thing I did learn from this is that it really does feel that having every player in the green positionally makes a big difference, because some of these guys weren't that highly rated and got pretty decent results, pretty decent performances out of them, because they were all, it felt like anyway to me, they were all in the right position to play this one. And on top of plan A, which is how we started the season, where we tried to play like really offensive football, but make sure we've always got a good amount of defenders back here. And I still like this plan of attack, but with Lecoq and Nasser now in the squad, it just makes it hard to play both of them. So maybe this is a policy we can, a tactic we can bring back in towards the sharp end of the season to keep one of them rotated and rested out, perhaps, if Nasser needs to miss out. But we've got 3 really strong tactics so far that I think that we've developed over the last, over this part of the season. But I had a really interesting development come into my inbox, and that was the auto-renewal. So I've got this guy in on loan for the season, right? And I must have had some sort of auto-renewal thing on. Maybe I was going to be able to keep him next year. And he's been, you know, I really like this Pafe Diaco. He's been a bit of a hero for me. But the auto-renewal disabled, and I've noticed that the manager, the agent, has actually changed. And I'm pretty gutted, because this guy went on the market and he was sold. He was sold by the team that I took him off of, MFL Wonder Kids, for $16. I would have loved to have paid $16 for him. And I think, look, this is maybe a feature the MFL could maybe add in, where if you do have a guy on your books, as it were, and they get transfer listed, you get some sort of notification to it, because I would have probably paid that. I'd have probably bought that. But now, somebody else has bought him. And the contract I've got with Diaco is that he gets 8% rev share on my season, you know. So this guy has just bought a 16 quid winger that I would have liked, that I'm progressing as well. 64, he might get him at 65 by the time the season's out. He's also going to get 8% of my winnings this year. So just by you, Timo50, well done to you, good business. And I'm pretty gutted that, sadly, that confirms that Diaco won't be with us next year. And I've got a bit of a hole on the right wing to sort out, because I don't really have that much depth in the forward wing areas. But yeah, now the main quandary I've got for this match coming up against Innsbruck is the game after that is against Calva. So do I want to rest and rotate some players? I need the points, like I can't take them lightly. But as I'm looking at this, Kaiser is on a 94, Wagner a 95, Castagno 94. I want some of these guys maybe a little bit more up and ready and at it for this game. So against Innsbruck, I'm not too sure if I can take chances, but what I might try and do is I need to think about the team I want to face Calva, and maybe then reverse engineer from there. So I'm gonna load the cup squad into this one and then make some appropriate adjustments, okay? So I think McRae is fine to start this at 97. Where's Fletcher at 98? Where's the 94? Yeah, they're still peak, but after this game they might come out of peak, you know. What does 100% look like? Yeah, it's the same. So I want to try and guard against that a little bit. Quintana on a 64, I don't mind playing him. We've also got Ryger, who we brought into the squad in the transfer window as well. Tolentino at 94, yeah, I think I want to rest him. I actually think I'm going to test out a new tactic for this one, just to try and rotate a little bit, because I want to make sure, you know, the points against Calva are the most important. You know, I need to get this win as well, but I think playing Captain Mooney, the centre defence, like I'm quite actually happy with this against this lineup in this setting, because they're all basically in the right position for the defence and whatnot. Muller in the left wing position, but this is the only headache I've got, because I've got this guy Pap, who is on left mid, but Muller is quicker. This guy's better at dribbling, right enough. But Muller's way better at passing, not as good at shooting. This guy's better defensively. Maybe I just play Pap and just go with that whole green. Yeah, I think I will. Screw it, I'll just swap it. We'll put Pap in. We'll go for that all green in the positions like we mentioned with the Cup squad. That kind of lesson that we've learned from this a little bit. And I think, yeah, like Captain Mooney, we hope to save the day against Innsbruck. And then I think this will give us a nice platform to then select a full strength squad, and we can play a few different tactics I think at that point, which will keep Calva on his toes, especially if he catches this video, because then we can really either maybe go for new tactics or try some of the old stuff and mix around some of the players that, you know, we're playing the second string in defence, we're playing a rotated midfield, although yeah, the midfield for game 2, Will and Mooney would be in the reckoning, I think, wouldn't they? Mooney's on 100, Will's on 98. Yeah, they'll be fine after this game anyway. So that's fine. Strong midfield. We can let Tolentino chill out. Let Diaco chill out. The centre-backs, the left-back. Yeah, Nasser, of course. So yeah, no, I'm set with this. Buzzing. Wish me luck, guys, as we get into this point of the season. It is a game every day before we've got like a 1 day break before the final game of the season. Now, MFL teased a little bit of a glow up to the trophies that they'll be handing out at the end of season 1, and I've got to say the thing is an absolute beauty. This is something that FC Barcelona 100% want to try and get into our trophy cabinet. I think this game is just probably going to be an in-game item, something that can be displayed on site or something probably. I would absolutely love if this was like an actual NFT that you could get issued and was portable and all the rest of it, because yeah, like season 1 on a game like this is going to be historic the longer the game goes on, etc. And it does feel like, you know, they've done a great job with this. I'm really pleased with it, and it's just a subtle glow up, so I'm not too sure what the subtle glow is. It just the cosmetics? Maybe there'll be that wee bit of maybe utility or whatever. But we definitely want to be in the mix to try and win this, no matter what division you're in. I think there's maybe a slightly different tinge on, you know, the handles here or something like that, if it's like the Ice League or Diamond and everything else in between, you know. So we don't want to give up hope. Magos de Madrid probably can't win a league for themselves. I'm hoping you guys at home can maybe try and go on to win a league for yourself, and, you know, fingers crossed, maybe I could pull off a bit of a shock at the back end of the season. On screen now some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more content like this. Get into the comment section and let me know, are you preparing for season 2? How are you enjoying season 1? All that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one.